question is Tyson Fury actually the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time? And in my opinion, I would say yes, without a doubt. Not because he's been the most impactful, not because he's done so much for boxing history or the culture, but because of the idea in my mind that if he was put in the ring with any of the great boxers over the last 50, 60, 70 years, he would beat every single one of them relatively comfortably. Now, last night may have changed my mind slightly on that because of how well Ngannou did for an MMA fighter, but Tyson Fury is still, in my mind, the GOAT. It can be changed if Alexander Usyk beats him, and I don't really believe that will happen, but if he does, that would mean in turn that he would be the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. And something just doesn't feel right about that to me, but it is what it is. But before we do anything else, we've got to do Fact of the Day, page number 264. Fact number 1. Mundungus is a noun, which means the stench of tobacco. Now, I will say, I don't particularly love the smell of tobacco. I don't endorse cigarettes. But I detest weed as a smell much more than I hate the smell of cigarettes. So take that for what it is. But Mundungus, now you know. If you didn't know. Hey, Narendra the Comic here. Right now I'm quickly going to be talking about the Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou fight from last night. And I have to say this off the bat. It was a far more impressive performance from Francis Ngannou than I thought it would be. The guy lasted all 10 rounds. He won a couple of them. And most importantly, he sat Tyson Fury down in one of the rounds. And he cut his forehead. So I think overall, the moral victory here was for Francis Ngannou, even though Tyson Fury rightfully won the fight, because really, other than the one round where Ngannou knocked Fury down, he maybe only had one other round that he won. Maybe two, but that would be tight as well. So in my mind, I would have had the scores at 96-93 for Tyson Fury, and I don't think that would be stretching it too far. I don't understand how one of the judges had it in favor of Ngannou. Like, he did not win that many rounds in the fight. He wasn't doing as much output as Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury looked like he was a little bit out of shape. And considering it's him, that is really saying something, because he's always a big guy. He's a bit of a beer belly. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way he fights. That's his style. And that's the weight he's comfortable at. And he is the best in the world while doing it the way he does it. But he did look a little bit off it. He didn't really look quick enough. His head movement was a bit lacking as well. His foot movement was all over the place, to be fair. And if Francis Ngannou had just been a little bit better, I think he could have caught him a couple more times. But at the end of the day, he's one of very few people who have actually knocked Tyson Fury down. And Deontay Wilder counts for, I think, a third of all of the knockdowns for Tyson Fury in his entire career. And when I looked at Francis Ngannou against Tyson Fury, physically, they could not be more different. One of them looks like an Adonis, and the other one looks like the way he does. But, as I said, he's the best in the world. Doesn't matter what you look like. The guy knocks people out regularly in Tyson Fury, and he always wins. He has never lost, and he continued that undefeated record. But I'm telling you, it would have been a little bit odd, a little bit weird, if Francis Ngannou had won that fight. But the past is the past. I don't think Tyson Fury is going to risk a rematch, regardless of how much money there is on the table, because he needs to go and fight Alexander Usyk for the undisputed unified heavyweight championship of the world. And if he can do that, I do think Tyson Fury will retire. I don't think Alexander Usyk would. I think he's got a lot more fight in him at this point in his career than Tyson Fury does. But hey, the world we live in, you never know what could happen. Tyson Fury could fight for another 5 years. I don't expect it, but it's possible. But congratulations to Francis Ngannou. You really outdid yourself. I think generally the commentators were a bit too harsh on Tyson Fury, but he got the W. And in the history books, that is really all that matters. For an MMA fight as well, a crossover event, it was definitely heads and shoulders above whatever had come before it. So, you know, maybe this crossover stuff can work. I just don't expect it to, but hey, make money where you can. And I think both these lads made a lot of money.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you freaking psycho! I got you!